I want to share with you all a male mental health awareness campaign from New Zealand called Love You Bro. It asks men to call one of their closest friends and simply check in on them and say, I love you, bro. The videos have gone viral worldwide and there's some mixed results, believe it or not.
I just wanted to say I'm thinking of you also, and I love you, bro.
What's wrong?
Nah, I just want to say I love you.
I love you too, also. Sully, you alright?
Yeah, I'm sick of
What's
this.
the matter?
Nah, nothing's wrong.
Just wanted to call you and say I love you, bro, and I'm proud of you.
I love you too, brother. I really appreciate that. That's nice.
I love you.
Thank you, my brother. I really needed that.
Nah.
You scared me when I thought it was something like stupid.
Nah. I appreciate you.
I love you, mate, also.
Love you too.
Quite emotional, that. Yeah, it was. It is really emotional. Should we all be phoning our friends and saying, I love you, Martin?
See, I really like it. First of all, I think the campaign is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of awkward, and I think those words, I love you, if they're put in the right context, then they work really well. If I called up my brother, say, for instance, and I said to him, Gal, I just want to talk to you and say I love you, I think my brother would come running around my house thinking something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, I think that's the aim of the challenge, almost, for men to feel like they can push past that comfort barrier of just, waiting until...
Well, the first reaction is exactly that.
Yeah.
First reaction was, whoa, hang on a minute, are you all right? You're not going to do anything
yeah.
stupid. You know, that's what it was. And I think, Denise, it's encouraging blokes to come out of their shell.
Yes.
It's encouraging blokes to say, hey, love you, man, you're absolutely awesome.
But
it's
we do a lot, don't we? The words, I love you, bro, I love you, dude, I love you, mate, has become that phrase that we use a lot more as men now, which is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's... I think it's really important, getting people talking in every single way. It's funny, that word love, though, because obviously, my husband and I say it all the time to each other. I think the I love you phrase, talking of my love for reality shows, sometimes, someone gets voted off after 2 days and they're going, I just love you all so much. And you think, no, you don't. You don't even know my second name. But talking about the actual taking the word love, my hubby went in to get me mother a flask the other day. She was in hospital. He went into a sort of department store, asked a lady for help. She helped, a lady who was serving there for help. She helped him, and he said, oh, thanks very much, love. And she immediately went, don't you call me love.
Ooh, really?
She said, don't you call me love. You're not allowed to call people love. And he was really upset by it because he said, I didn't say it in a patronising way. To him it was a term of endearment.
Yeah. There's so many terms for love, like what you said. I can say to my friends, or I'll say to people, I love you, I'll see you later. And to me, love you is almost like, oh, have a great day, it's been great. But if I pull you up and say to you, I really love you, thanks for all what you're doing, it's showing that appreciation of relationships. But I think I've been looking at a lot of things regards to men and their mental health, and I think it's really important that men have a safe space to be able to say to each other they love each other, or to have a space to talk about what they're feeling, because there is a lot of focus on us women, and I think it's really important. When I saw that video, I watched it because I saw a few men that I knew had liked it, and then it encouraged me to just take that minute out to text them and say, you're right, babes, you're right, and making sure that the men that's in my life are OK. So, I love to see things like that.
I've noticed in my friendship group that open and honest conversation is getting a little bit easier. There's still a little bit of stigma. There's still a lot of work to be done with blokes and their mental health. But I've noticed that there's a lot more physical contact in greeting each other. It's no longer, you're right, it's like a big hug, and a big pat on the back, and you're right. And then now we've started communicating, looking at each other in the eyes, instead of kind of, how you doing, you're right? You know what I mean? It's become more personal now. Oh, yeah, but slowly, it's moved on slowly. And then I think also, and I love you, bro, old school I love you, bro, is fancy a pint.
Oh.
That's what it used to be. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go and have a drink. And you'd sit around, you have your bag of nuts, a couple of bags of crisps and a couple of pints, and that would be blokes opening up. That would be mental health awareness.
Yeah, it would be.
Now it's let's sit down, have a coffee and a chat and get into it, get into the nitty-gritty of what's going on between your ears.
I think it's so important, though. And talking of saying I love you, when did you say I love you to your gorgeous Tess, Vernon Kay?
Oh, I'll be honest with you, I think it was early on.
How old were you? Because I don't know about the origins of your
25-ish.
Were you modelling then?
Yeah, well, they call it that. I was trying. But we met at a BBC Christmas party. And
Oh, I'm going to the next one then.
yeah.
Lord, honestly.
Telling you. Yeah, and we hit it off straight away. And I had a bit of an issue financially at the start of our relationship because I had, remember switch cards?
Yeah.
Well, the one below that was a solo card. And I had a solo card that kept getting rejected because I was skint. I was absolutely skint.
You were a bit younger there. You're a bit younger
Yeah,
than
a bit
her.
younger, yeah. And she said, I think we were in our 6th or 7th date, and she decided that, right, if I'm paying for the 6th or 7th again, then I think it's time to kind of have a word. And thankfully, I had a bit of cash and I managed to pay for dinner. And then it was only a few weeks later, I was like, oh, my gosh, she's amazing, this woman. And that's when I said, I love you.
So what, also like 6, 7 weeks?
I knew straight away.
Oh, do you know, I have this conversation all the time because I know a few men, well, a lot of men, and they always say to me, not in that context, not yet, and they always
Not yet. She hasn't been the BBC party yet.
After Christmas.
Oh, please, can we go out?
We of course we can, babe. But they always say to me, every husband I meet always says to me, I knew. And then I know, like, quite a lot of psychologists who are relationship therapists, and they always say men know, like, when they meet that one. Would you say that's true for the both of you?
I think it is. I think I've always seen it like a kind of Venn diagram where circles pass, you know, and you can always tell that bit in the middle when it works. And it's called chemistry, isn't it? You know it's there.
I guess so. When did you tell Shirley that you loved her then? Or did you say it first?
Yeah, I remember quite clearly. We were lying in bed in the morning and I thought she was asleep. And I said it in her ear. But she weren't asleep, she was awake. And she turned around and said, did you really say that? And I said, yeah. And that was the beginning of a long relationship.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, if that was 2024, she would have been in that girly WhatsApp group in a minute and telling everybody, you tell me you love it. I think that's so sweet. It's lovely.
I mean, I don't know if Lincoln knew. We met in a nightclub at 6 in the morning that didn't open until 4, so we didn't know anything. Coming up